I never intended to run for the New York City Council, but after watching my neighborhood slowly deteriorate, things started to change. Our streets are filthy, crime is out of control, 5 essential pharmacies that serve our communities have closed due to shoplifters. Here we are at 54th Street and 31st Avenue. This used to be a CVS pharmacy. It closed down due to shoplifting. Elected officials are refusing to prosecute the shoplifters, and they continue to return and come back and steal until these stores go out of business. Our people in the community need these stores. There's so many of them that have shut down already. Our seniors and our children especially are affected by this. And just recently, in 1 week, 2 men were shot to death on Steinway Street, while another man was shot to death in the Astoria houses. On April 21st, 2023, Xavier Roberts and Jaheen Hamilton were shot and killed right here on Steinway Street and Astoria Boulevard. My opponent, following the shooting, was more concerned about open streets instead of addressing the serious crime issue we are faced with in Astoria, Queens today. These are just a few things that have compelled me to run. My name is Charles Castro. I'm a protector, a brother, a friend, and a son. My mother was from Guanica, Puerto Rico. My father was from Manhattan. Our family moved from the Bronx to Astoria in 1976. Astoria is my home. I'm not an outsider. I'm a former New York City police sergeant. I was a frontline supervisor who protected our citizens from drugs and violent criminals. During my years of service, we brought crime down in New York City during the 1980s and 1990s by 75%. We made New York safe. Here we are at 31st Street and 31st Avenue. Just last year, in broad daylight, 2 men on scooters came to this location and robbed people in broad daylight. It is right opposite my opponent's office, Tiffany Caban, and she's very lax on crime. She's very soft on criminals. I promise to put an end to that. Unlike my opponent, I'm a moderate, common-sense Democrat, a Kennedy Democrat. And unlike my opponent, I do not want to defund or abolish the police. I want more police. It is clear we need more police. I do not want to close prisons. We need prisons because, believe it or not, there are very bad people in our society. I do not want to legalize sex workers. I believe sex work is abusive and demeaning to women. Lastly, my opponent thinks that crime victims like this one here should call 311 instead of 911. On June 27th, you can end the craziness of my criminal-loving, self-proclaimed socialist opponent. Vote for safer streets, cleaner streets, better education for our children, and a better working MTA. Vote for Charles Castro.